Hello and welcome to Fresno State Focus. I'm Noah Chavez.
And I'm James Morrow. A sort of spring cleaning is happening all around Fresno. Beautify Fresno is spearheading all the cleanup events taking place Saturday morning in different neighborhoods, like the one this past Saturday, as Tyler Van Dyke shows us.
People of every age volunteered their Saturday morning to their community at the 89th annual Beautify Fresno event. AP students of Roosevelt High showed their dedication to beautifying the streets near where they spend their days learning.
The coordinator for our AP program found out about this event. I think he does a lot of work with Beautify Fresno as part of his work with Bass Fishing Club here on campus, and so he knew this event was going on. He has a connection to the coordinator and thought that it would be nice for our AP kids to get involved as a group.
Usually with events like Beautify Fresno and other volunteer cleanup events around the city, there tends to be a lack of volunteers and a decrease in people showing up. However, this has not been the case. As Jerry Dyer explains, there's been an increase in volunteers this year.
The name has become a household name, Beautify Fresno. No matter where I go, people know what Beautify Fresno is. More and more people are signing up. We're having more events. We're having multiple events.
Even though they may have been given an extra credit opportunity for attending, Roosevelt students definitely showed they care about the streets of their community.
Some of them were offered extra credit,
Okay.
so there was that. But I also feel like at Roosevelt there's a pretty strong spirit of being connected to the community. That is part of our campus culture.
Whether it is cigarette butts, batteries, or whatever it is that this student found, Mayor Jerry Dyer and Beautify Fresno are committed to making sure that seeing these items of trash on the street is not the norm.
Everywhere, not having neighborhoods that look like they've been forgotten or left behind, and that's why we're here in Southeast Fresno.
In Fresno, Tyler Van Dyke, Fresno State Focus.
If you want to get more involved and help your community, Beautify Fresno is always looking for volunteers. You can make a difference and clean up the streets of Fresno one trash bag at a time. All volunteers receive a vest, a pair of gloves, and a trash picker. The cleanup may not be in your neighborhood, but all members of the community can come together and lend a helping hand.
They just need to come out one time and it becomes contagious. They'll be excited, they'll feel good about the neighborhood, they'll feel good about the community, and they'll want to come back, maybe not every weekend, but they'll want to participate frequently.
The volunteer process is easy. All you need to do is go to Beautify Fresno website, scrolling down to upcoming events, look for cleanup you'd like to join, fill out the form, and come ready to make a difference.
Mental illness is something that comes in different forms and can affect anybody. Here at Fresno State, there are places to get help. Carl Cook is at the Health and Counseling Center to talk more about this certain type of mental illness. Carl?
Thanks, Noah. Anxiety, bipolar, and obsessive compulsive disorder are a few examples of mental illnesses that students deal with on a daily basis. When it comes to depression, it can be just a little bit more difficult to talk about, just like in the case of this young lady. Every day, someone you know could be dealing with depression. According to a 2020 report from the National Institute of Mental Health, nearly 8.5% of all U.S. adults had at least one major depressive moment in their life. According to the research, this happens more often to women 18 to 25 years old. Harley Martin can relate to these statistics.
One day I'll get up and I'll have a good day, school and everything, and the next day I'm like, I just want to be in bed all day. I don't want to talk to nobody because it's like it drains your energy to talk to people or to clean your room or to get up and like do even the simplest thing, and I think a lot of people don't understand that.
But her family can relate to this. Harley's mother and other siblings also live with depression since it can be hereditary.
As good as it does feel to know that I'm not alone and that I know people that suffer from it as well, it's harder, I feel like, to relate to especially my sister Harley, because she's not very vocal and I'm not very vocal, and we don't talk about, what's going on with each other.
These moments of holding back is something doctors say we should not do. Staying in the dark.
School psychiatrist Nancy Lee has advice on ways to find some light and be there for one another.
being there for somebody who is going through something emotional, whether it's depression or another mental health disorder. That is the best thing that someone can do for others.
Harley hopes those who live with depression follow that recommendation.
A lot of people around you, I think, are probably going through it too, but they're just not talking about it. If you talk about it and you are posting things like social media, post things, and I'm sure people will text you. I've done it before, and people have texted me that they go through the same thing. It's not something to be embarrassed about.
Just like the center behind me, there are resources available if you or someone you know deals with depression or any other form of mental illness. Here at the Student Health and Counseling Center, I'm Carl Cook, Fresno State Focus. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Carl. Camp Kesem, a Fresno State organization, is hosting its 8th annual fundraiser at the end of the month. This organization's mission is to create a community for children whose parents are fighting cancer. Tickets are $70 and include dinner, drinks, and Kesem magic.
Giving them the opportunity to meet with these other students whose parents have gone through similar things, they find friends for life.
This organization provides life-changing experiences for these children and their families. Kesem offers a summer camp that provides these children a sense of belonging and optimism for their future.
Spring break is coming up this weekend, which means there is only a month left of the spring semester. Here are a few ideas to stay on track and limit your stress. First, write a checklist of assignments you need to finish. You can format this however you see fit, either with bullet points, arrows, or boxes. Second, check in with your professors. Send them an email either asking about past assignments or extra credit or clarification. Third, study but do this in a new environment, maybe at Shaver Lake, Millerton, or even a park nearby. Just get out and get that sunny D that can ward off aches, pains, fatigue, and a boost of brain power. Coming up on Fresno State Focus, we'll shine the spotlight on the people who do the thankless dirty work on campus. Meet the people who prove that not all heroes wear capes.
Plus, we'll take you to the outskirts of Fresno, where there's a rescue shelter full of the lovable kind of bullies.
I'm Anissa Martinez with your weather update next.
At Fresno State, being bold means committing to something greater than yourself. It's learning by doing and nurturing leaders to advance our shared future. It's using research to create a better life for those around us and healing those who need us most. These are our stories, because at Fresno State, bold begins here.
Success. At Fresno State, it's no secret. It's discovering new ways to change our world. It's creating opportunities as diverse as our community itself. It's in the distinction of our graduates as they lead us into the future. Success is no secret at Fresno State. It's our mission.
I'm Anissa Martinez with your focus on weather. Right now on the Fresno State campus, as you can see, we have beautiful blue skies and nice weather, perfect for kicking off our spring break. Taking a look at our nationwide satellite, we have storms and rain moving into the East Coast and the Midwest. And then taking a look at the West Coast, we have not a lot going on. It's a lot of dry weather. Taking a closer look at California, again, not a lot going on. Our highs for today, we have an 84s across Madera, Fresno, and Hanford. For our lows for today, we have a 50 in Merced, 56 in Fresno, and a 46 up at Shaver Lake. Our air quality for today, it is good in some areas, but for the most part, it is moderate, nothing to be too concerned about. And we take a look at our extended outlook. Now we're going to see a big jump in temperatures going into the weekend with a 95 on Thursday, tomorrow, a 96 on Friday, and an 82 on Saturday. So it might be time to start bringing out some of those shorts, but don't worry, we will drop back down to 67 on Monday. I'm Anissa Martinez, and that's your focus on weather.
We know the hard work that teachers put in to help students be successful, but who are some of the other unsung heroes that don't get the credit they deserve? Ryan Jones shows us more.
There are many professions that do not get the credit or recognition they deserve. Some of them are right in your local school district.
These women are making a huge impact with your children, despite not even being in the classroom. This is just a friendly reminder that not all heroes wear capes.
Every day is different. Every day is a challenge. And I call every single student that is absent, and I get a reason to why they're absent. I clear them in the computer. I answer phones all day, and I help teachers. I'm like the middle person between the parent and the teacher.
Secretaries are on the front lines of school districts. They are there to greet staff and students every morning before a long day of reading. Once a week, students visit the library where they can browse hundreds of books.
I did find a liking for it. I found that I was good at it. And so then when this position came up, I applied for it and many others, but I was lucky enough to get this one. And I've been here ever since. I've been here for 7 years in a full position.
But we all know you can't read on an empty stomach. The cafeteria is where students' food is prepared and where your kids are eating 2 out of their 3 meals of the day. Those that are responsible for feeding students say the memories are everlasting.
And just knowing all these, seeing the kids, you know, it's just, they're little, they want to hug you and they want to tell you about their day, and it's just, it warms up your heart.
Heart is one thing that these 3 know quite a lot about. At Dos Palos Elementary, Ryan Jones, Fresno State Focus.
The next time you see an unsung hero, make sure to let them know you appreciate their hard work.
It is National Library Week. According to the American Library Association website, this year's theme is Connect with Your Library. Libraries nationwide are working to remind people that libraries are places to connect with technology. This theme is not only a call to action for bookworms, it's also a reminder that librarians make the connection possible.
We did a panel discussion related to what is the city's policies and new strategic plan on the unhoused, and how we really, as a library, trying to build a compassionate community.
This community building can be seen in the art contributed by Hayward volunteers. With pandemic restrictions being lifted, many of our libraries are once again hosting in-person events.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Now as Anissa Martinez shows us, pets can have an impact on our mental health.
For many of us, our furry companions are more than just pets, but rather members of our family. For many years, countless studies have shown that animal contact can benefit human mental health in more ways than one.
I feel like mentally, having a pet has helped me in a positive way due to the fact that every time I come home, I have a reason to smile. He makes me happy and he keeps me productive.
While owning a pet can offer companionship that is unlike any other, the loss of a pet can also negatively impact our mental health. David Molinero lost a pet earlier this year.
When you have a pet and you spend every day with them, you share everything with them, and so you become attached to them. So, it's sadly when they have to go away, then, it's kind of losing like a member of your family.
Pets offer support, keep us active, and provide the unconditional love that many of us seek. In many ways, this helps reduce the stress and anxiety that can lead to poor mental health.
All types of animals can help with mental health. I know this little guy has gotten me through a lot of hardships and a lot of sleepless nights in college. In Fresno, Anissa Martinez, Fresno State Focus.
A reminder, anyone in need of mental health services can visit the Community Behavioral Health Center in Fresno, where Carl was live earlier in our newscast.
And now it's time for some needed cuteness in our show, courtesy of me. I take you to the happiest place on earth with 4 legs.
In the outskirts of Fresno, many 4-legged friends wait to be adopted.
We're here at the Fresno Bully Rescue, which has helped thousands of dogs find their forever home.
So Fresno Bully Rescue is unique because we're breed specific, so we only take in bully breed dogs, so that could mean pit bulls, bulldogs, mastiffs, but we're also unique because we have a shelter facility, so we're the only place of its kind in the whole state of California.
The only place of its kind. Let's see if 2-year-old Blossom would like to comment. Cute. Unfortunately, Blossom can be hard to understand with her cleft lip.
This breed tends to end up in the shelters because a lot of housing doesn't allow bully breeds.
Now, the Fresno Bully Rescue houses over 40 dogs with their own individual kennel. All these dogs are hoping to one day be adopted for their forever home, such as senior citizen Gary, who really understands what I'm going through in these final months of my semester here at Fresno State. With so many dogs to care for, it is up to the very dedicated volunteers and staff to keep things running.
Dogs are great. They're just so loving. You go in a yard, they run up, they like to see you. And the fact that the staff works to get the dogs out twice a day, like who wouldn't want to be out walking dogs?
Let's see if the one-eyed pirate agrees with Brennan's remarks. Well, he didn't say no.
His family abandoned him when they left for Mexico, so he was left behind,
It's a shame none of the dogs wanted to speak with me. The Fresno Bully Rescue is always looking for new volunteers, as there will always be dogs in need of care.
April is Autism Awareness Month, a time where we increase our understanding and acceptance of people with autism. Alexis Molina has more for us from Perlier.
What's this one or this one? I have one. My name is Austin, and I'm 9, and I'm special.
Austin Rocha was diagnosed with a mild form of autism at the age of 5. Autism has made it hard for Austin to focus on school and be patient in class. However, this year he has shown great improvement in the classroom.
These past few years, I can see the changes he's making. If you sit with him, he works so well.
All of this is possible with the love and support that he gets from his family. They make sure to show a great amount of patience with Austin and always remind him of how special he really is.
Bring him to the room before I go to bed, and I say, Austin, I say, who's handsome? No, first I say, who's the boss? He says, I'm the boss. I say, who's handsome? He says, I am. And I says, who's gonna be somebody when he grows up? He says, me.
Austin brings so much joy into all of his friends and family's lives with his larger-than-life personality. With his amazing heart and hard work, sky is the limit. Over 75 million people in the world have autism, which may seem like a large number, but it does come in a different range of challenges and severity. But every single one of these people are special, just like Austin. In Parlier, Alexis Molina, Fresno State Focus.
If you want more information on autism and how you can support those living with autism, visit autismspeaks.org. We'll be right back.
We are one Fresno State, a university that celebrates the bold excellence of our students. Our Bulldogs become your child's teacher, your family's healthcare provider, your leader, your problem solver, your hero. A degree from Fresno State opens minds and opens doors. This is where bold begins.
Here in the valley, our colors are blue and our waves are red. Bulldog born and bulldog bred. Generations linked forever by traditions that have stood the test of time. Inside our stadiums, we are one. This is our valley, and this year, we're doing it for you.
Welcome back. I'm Mark Anthony Lopez with your focus on sports. The Fresno State men's basketball team is one of 2 teams to go undefeated in the month of April. The Bulldogs competed against Coastal Carolina in the Basketball Classic Finals in Conway, South Carolina on Friday. Justin Whitaker had a career game going 6 for 6 at the three-point line. Orlando Robinson was named the MVP of the tournament after leading the team with 20 points. The NBA regular season is coming to a close, and we have a clear view of what the playoff bracket is going to look like. The 82-game season will end on April 10th, and there is one surprise that stands out from the rest. The Los Angeles Lakers, led by LeBron James, will not be making the playoffs. With last night's loss to the Phoenix Suns, this marks the second time the Lakers will not make the playoffs in the LeBron James era. The play-in tournament will begin on April 12th, with the playoffs officially starting on April 16th. Golf's marquee tournament of the year is happening right now, the Masters. Clovis East-owned Bryson DeChambeau is looking to make a comeback. Tiger Woods announced he is a game-time decision because of nagging injuries. DeChambeau recently announced on the Golf Channel that he is recovering from a hand and hip injury.
Past few weeks have been very, very difficult on me. Not playing well, not hitting it anywhere near where I know I should be hitting it in regards to straight.
Tiger said during his interview yesterday that he wants to compete, and if he can compete at the highest level, he will play on Thursday. You can watch the first 2 rounds of the Masters on ESPN, and the final 2 rounds will be on CBS or the Paramount Plus app. For more sports coverage, tune in to Focus on Sports tomorrow at 9 a.m. Back to you guys.
Old Town Clovis annual Big Hat Day is considered the unofficial start to Clovis rodeo season. The rodeo is always the last weekend of April. Thousands of people showed up to eat sweet treats, play in bounce houses, and of course, buy big hats. The 2-day event is not only about the hats, but also a place for vendors to sell their crafts. Some showed their talent through metalwork, while others hopped around woodshop.
Looking for a new investment? Crypto has been a source of income for some. Sebastian Gonzalez has more on those who have an interest in crypto.
Crypto has been popular for a couple of years now as people are adding it to their assets. They're doing it as an investment, using their loose change to invest in more. Mark Americos has been investing in crypto because he sees it as an opportunity to make another source of income.
It's another outlet. It's another venue that I can, put money in. So there's stocks, there's real estate, and there's also crypto. They're all different.
Others are not sold yet on this kind of investment. Juan Medina has explored crypto and still isn't quite clear or sold on the concept.
I'm starting to learn more about it, right? What drives price action, what makes it go up so you can buy, what makes it go down so you can sell. But there's still like a huge part that I don't understand, and that's why I decided not to invest until I fully understand what's going on.
For those who want to dig deep and fully understand this, here's an example.
They say something.
Professor Sal Rana explains the most important thing about crypto: understanding the graphs.
Okay, China is shutting down, for example, cryptocurrency, and then there goes a dive, right? Well, and some people can probably perceive it as, well, China is not mining it. Well, there may be more demand for that, and then so now I want to buy, like right there, and I'm hoping that the price will go up.
Crypto is rapidly gaining in popularity and is now a type of exchange like the US dollar. People are even starting to get paid in crypto. Many say it can possibly be bigger than the US dollar in the future. In McFarland, Sebastian Gonzalez, Fresno State Focus.
If you are interested in investing in crypto, you can check out apps like Robinhood, Coinbase, and Crypto.com, just to name a few.
After a 2-year hiatus because of COVID, cosplay is making a comeback in Fresno. First, we had Anime Con, followed closely by Collector Con, and at the end of the month, it's Asian Fest. They all have cosplay in common, which lets you be whoever you want to be. Stan Lee was no stranger to making appearances at comic conventions. Now here is someone dressing up as Stan as a tribute to his career. One of the great appeals to anime conventions is cosplay. It's where fans can express themselves by dressing up as their favorite characters. Outside of the convention, I'm James Mora, but inside the convention, I can be the Dungeon Master from the 1980s Dungeons & Dragons cartoon. Some dedicated fans make cosplay their professional career. Like Dead Purple 7, or Allison, who was the host of the cosplay contest at Anime Con. Despite being a professional cosplayer, she has never won a contest.
I'm still here and I'm having fun, you know? And it encourages everyone else, and I would like everyone else to feel encouraged to come out and do this.
Fun, like battling on stage with your dad. Gary Tittman did not win the cosplay contest at AnimeCon, but did win the contest at CollectorCon. Either it be a large or small con, Tittman says the feeling is always the same.
I get really nervous, but I just have to remember I'm not Gary Tittman, I am Jenna Reich. So, you know, step with confidence, scowl, and scream at the crowd.
This was CollectorCon's second cosplay contest, judged by Lady Deadpool Fresno, who was happy to see all the different contestants. She says one of the toughest part about being a judge is having to pick a winner.
You know, there are no losers. You know, you're a winner just by coming up here and walking in front of everyone. And even entering the, you know, the contest, that makes everyone a winner.
Either professionally or just for fun, cosplay is for anyone who wants to express their passion. James Mora, Fresno State Focus. Now let's talk about hot rods. The Hot Rod Coalition has kicked off its season of car shows. Classic cars from the 90s were lined up for everyone to take a look. Those who wanted to showcase their cars were only charged $10, but attendees got in for free. For those who missed out, the next car show is May 6th in the Park Place Shopping Center on Palm and Nees Avenue.
Prom night is one of the most special nights in a teenager's life. Christina Ledesma tells us about one organization that is making sure no high schooler misses out.
Finding the perfect thing to wear for prom can be stressful and also quite expensive. Project Keyword Prom is an organization just launched to help teens out. Librarian Brittany Neelan tells us more.
We just really want to get dresses and suits in the hands of teens and give everybody an opportunity to go to prom without having to worry about that financial issue.
The organization runs based on donations. Not only do they have formal wear, they also have accessories.
We also have jewelry that's been donated, shoes, belts.
These donations are important in helping teens have that special prom night. A high school senior tells us why.
It doesn't matter like what happens during that night. Like as long as you have like that perfect dress on and you look good, then you're all set.
The organization has grown a lot over the past few months, from starting out with 20 dresses to now hundreds to give out. Another organization, Dream Dress Closet, ran by Mariah Walding, collabs with Project Dreamwork to put on events. One is happening this Saturday.
To attend our event on Saturday, April 9th at 9 a.m. They can sign up for a time slot and then they just have to bring their student ID and then come on in.
The event will be held at the Betty Rodriguez Library, and you can sign up at the Fresno County Library website.
There are
Now, I don't know about you, James, but back in high school, I was a hoot and a holler when it came to prom season. What about you?
I wasn't that much, but according to this, having the dresses, I see myself more in a Cinderella blue, but with my two left feet, I'm going to be losing them just like her.
My God, you are speaking the truth. I would totally be down to wear a dress to a prom. Next week on Fresno State Focus, we won't be here. You guessed it, we're going on spring break.
In 2 weeks, we will show you how our Fresno Team Focus spent their time away from class.
Plus, we'll recap all things Fresno State athletics.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time. And as always, go Dogs!